Hello, everyone, and welcome to the program Talk Sport here on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi. You all know that Global Television is a very big fan of grassroots sport development, and we are set here at Global Television to go all the way out and making sure that sport is being developed here in Nigeria properly, and most excitingly, more from the grassroots. So we are going to have all of those conversations today because the Nigerian University Games is around the corner, and I'm just super excited. You all know, I know you sitting at home watching me, you are also excited based on the fact that you are now remembering the memories of one or two games that you represented your school at back in the day when you were still in the universities. So it's just exciting where this game is here again, and we'll be having conversations with the chief and official consultant of Nigerian University Games 2025 in the person of Goshen Obed Bella. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Many thanks for joining us on TalkSport today, and I don't know if my excitement is higher than yours based on the fact that we're saying Nuga is back, and it's coming back very big and in the city of Jos. So walk us through the preparedness of Jos, and also so far getting set to host over 220 universities.
Thank you very much. Nuga as an event, it was established since 1966.
Yes.
And this is the 27th edition, and Jos is hosting it. And we're happy it's coming to Jos.
Yes, talking about happiness coming to Jos, I would like to know why Jos, despite everything that has been going on. What narrative do you plan to achieve with taking Nuga to Jos?
Jos, from time immemorial, it has been a center of sports. It may interest you to know that the first golf course in Nigeria was established in Jos. First golf course in Nigeria. And over the years, Jos has developed a lot of talents that have serviced the national teams, from Super Eagles to Flying Eagles and even to Falcons. If you remember, may you so rest in peace, Coach Ismail Amabo,
yes,
did very well, and taking our Falcons to the limelight.
Yes.
The likes of Mikel Obi, Ahmed Musa, Odegbami, and these are of recent. In the past, you have people like Sam Okoye, Garba Okoye. You have the likes of Babatu Mohamed, is a legend and is still alive today. The best left winger Nigeria had in West Africa at that time. So just for us, is a hub of sports. And as you know, when it comes to marathon race, for the past years, Jos has been leading because of the high altitude and then the facilities, the rocky, the mountainous areas that athletes have to train.
Yes.
And the climatic condition is very conducive again for most athletes.
Okay, talking about infrastructure, let's look at the outline of infrastructural upgrades that may have happened. Talking about the track and field, basketball courts, football pitch, how ready is the sports complex in Jos ready to host this year's edition of Nuga?
Yes, I should praise the university for the initiative they've taken. They are not just looking at Nuga as an event. There are legacy projects they want to leave behind after the Nuga Games. A lot of infrastructure, state of the art, that can meet up to any international standard, from the cricket pitch, hockey pitch, 10-lane size Olympic swimming pool, and indoor sports facilities, which they've upgraded them to international standard. So after the games, any tournament can be hosted in Jos, I can assure you.
Oh, wow, that's good. So how many games are we looking to, students looking to feature in Nuga?
There are quite a lot of games. Taekwondo, table tennis, lawn tennis, hockey, swimming, track and field, and football, volleyball, and a host of others, and which is going to be very exciting.
Yes. Okay, now let's talk about the Vice Chancellor quickly of the University of Jos. He's someone that is very into sport. So how has his support and encouragement been with you and other, stakeholders in terms of achieving this milestone? Because we remember last year, the University of Jos tried to get the hosting right from the University of Jos, but somehow Jos, won it, and then this time around it's coming to Jos. So how has the Vice Chancellor been, in terms of supporting and also encouraging and pushing further for this event?
Yes, I will like to praise the Vice Chancellor as one of the best Chancellor the university have ever had. He's a visionary leader. Apart from the event which I made mention, the university intend to develop other courses in line with sports. That is, after they are going to set up a sport institute that they're introducing about 10 new courses in sports.
Oh, wow.
Sports medicine, sports journalism, sports marketing, sports law, and kinetic courses in sports. And also, they are doing that in conjunction with the University of Sports in Korea.
Wow. Okay, that's actually very great, because now all road obviously now leads to Jos, as we are also getting said. But before I let you go quickly, I know you're a very busy man. So what are your expectations? Do you think this year's edition, based on the tag that we know that we're trying to build peace and communal relations within individuals in Jos through sport, do you think you're going to meet all of these expectations and surpass them?
Yeah, one of our cardinal objectives is to change the narrative on the Jos Plateau.
Okay.
Of recent, Jos is known to be an epicenter of crisis, but we believe the sports or the event will change the narratives. People are coming. We're expecting students, about 10,000 athletes, coming to feature in different events. And by the time they come, our desire is that we want to rebrand Nuga. They will go on with messages. They will now be our ambassadors, based on what they will experience on the plateau. And we have that belief that yes, it's going to be an AGOG event. The state government is deeply involved. They've lent all their support to these sports, the event that is coming. And it's going to be part of tourism to them. And it's going to add value economically to the indigenes or people within Jos. Transporters will have a field day. Hoteliers will also benefit. And transporters. So the chain value added will be so much that people will be smiling home and will be happy that they pray for such an event to come back again.
All right, thank you very much, Gomen Obed Bella, for taking our time to join us on today's edition of Talk Sports. I wanted to ask you about accommodation, but you also, just covered that part based on the fact that accommodation is obviously available for the 10,000 athletes that you expected to be at Jos, coming from November the 6th to the 16th. So what are your final words for, up-and-coming Nigerian sports lovers and athletes that are finding one or two challenges in terms of, hitting the milestone?
Yeah, I'm encouraging all that are coming to be ready. We're going to host them. And I can assure them they will live and be happy coming to Jos. Because we have a lot to offer them culturally. And also the climate, the weather, by November is going to be friendly. Let them come and enjoy that beautiful feat.
All right, come and enjoy that beautiful feat in Jos. It's just very exciting. I've been to Jos a couple of times, and I'll definitely be at Nuga 2025, hopefully, and definitely bring you most of the major highlights and talking points of the event. So thank you very much, official consultant Nuga 2025, Mr. Obed Bella, for taking our time to join us on today's edition of Talk Sport.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
It's my pleasure.
Yes, we'll be going on a very quick break, and then when we return back, we'll continue the conversation for today as the Super Eagles get set to face Lesotho later this evening. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Yes, many thanks for staying with us. That was the conversation we had with the official consultant for Nuga Games in the person of Mr. Obed Bella. So he just jetted off to Jos right now to continue with preparation ahead of the game. So starting from the home front now, let's talk sports here in Nigeria. But this time around, we are moving over to FIFA as Amaju Picnic, that's the former NFF president, hails FIFA appointment as recognition of Nigerians' football influence. The deputy chair of the FIFA men's national team's competition committee, Amaju Picnic, has described his appointment as a recognition of Nigerian growing influence in global sport governance. Picnic, a former president of the NFF, Nigerian Football Federation, expressed humility and pride at the opportunity to serve in one of FIFA's most strategic committees. The importance of this is the recognition of Nigeria as well as global sport first. He says, I am saying that I am humbled by the opportunity. For me, the committee for competition is the most important committee because FIFA is all about competition, organizing competitions, which also includes the World Cup, the under-20 and the under-17 up to the Club World Cup, he said. Explaining the committee's mandate, Picnic noted that it plays a central role in managing and supervising FIFA's global tournaments and the participation of all national teams. So congratulations to Amaju Picnic, but during your time there, let's see how it will, how you will do, because there are a lot of eyebrows being raised still during your time as the NFF president. So moving on, 2026 World Cup qualifiers, Nigeria's World Cup hopes on the line. It's obviously on the line. Kickoff time for today's matchup. It's hoping to come up later today. All eyes are on the new Peter Mboka Stadium in South Africa for later today as the Super Eagles lock horns with the Crocodiles of Lesotho in what promises to be a last chance match for Nigeria in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The Super Eagles were almost certain to miss out on the consecutive World Cup finals after their September 1-1 draw against South Africa, Bafana. However, they were handed a lifeline when South Africa were docked points for fielding an ineligible player, narrowing the gap at the top of Group C. The ruling left Nigeria 3 points adrift of Benin and also South Africa with 2 games remaining, reshaping the qualification ways and keeping Nigerians' hope alive. Decisive games for Super Eagles. Nigeria cannot afford to lose either of their remaining 2 matches, starting with today's feature against Lesotho. They must also hope South Africa line up in their remaining games against Zimbabwe and also Rwanda, respectively. With several teams still mathematically capable of topping the group, a win is actually what is going to set the Super Eagles free. So looking at it now, looking at the standings in the group, Benin Republic are topping the group with 14 points and also of plus 4 goal difference, while South Africa on the second with 14 points and a 2 goal difference, while Nigeria third with 11 points and 2 goal difference, followed by Rwanda on 11 points with a neutral goal difference. Head to head since 2019, the sides have met 3 times. They have drawn once and Nigeria have won twice. So, and now the captain of Lesotho came out to say that they are not afraid of Nigeria. Of course, with the way Nigeria has been playing, that's talking about the Super Eagles now, the way they've been playing ever since, a lot of teams will not be afraid of them. But now, why have they been playing the way they are playing? There's a concern that I'm having with the midfield. The midfield and the attackers, they don't have enough chemistry, I would say, for them to understand how to play. Now, if you have Victor Osimhen now on the pitch, all you need to do, those in the midfield, send the ball to him in the 18-yard box. He's going to do all of that. He has the agility, he has the power, he has the pace to be able to put a lot of pressure on defenders and win back the ball and find the back of the net. But if you're playing with a striker like Desi now, that individual is more technical, you know. He plays technical football, like let's build up. But the moment all of this is not working now, what will the coach do? The coach pays attention to comment sections a lot, he pays attention to the crowd, and then he's just going to make some sort of substitution that at the end of the day is going to affect the team. So we need to be very, very technical, and also the midfielders and the defenders need to understand the kind of striker they have and play the kind of game they play. You all should watch how Victor Osimhen plays in Galatasaray, how he played in Napoli, how he played in Lille. He plays that Drogba kind of football. You understand? He plays that Drogba kind of football, like he has power, he has pace, and he can be able to maneuver one or two dribbles and then gets the ball out where he wants it and then find the back of the net. So Dercy's own is totally different. But now we have work. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in that midfield. Those balls needs to get to the 18-yard box for Victor Osimhen. And if Victor Osimhen is not in the 18-yard box, and then you're having the likes of Dercy attacking, then they'll have to be very, very technical and build properly. So Eric, you need to look out properly, and it's actually going to be it's going to be a very big concern if the Super Eagles don't get to qualify. So moving on, Eagles, still talking about Super Eagles. Eagles confident of World Cup qualification. This is coming from Iwobi, the Nigerian international who plays for Fulham, and he's on this verge to be a record holder for Nigerians playing in the EPL, and it's very exciting for him and very interesting. And then he made this comment saying that he's certain, and then if you all remember yesterday we brought you a clip from one of the training sessions to win those two matches now, and Nigeria gets to win their match. You know, it's still going to be between them. If they don't win, that's where there will be lots of problem, but there's a high chance they win. That's if they get to win their two matches. So we'll see how all of these things pans out. So moving on, still talking World Cup qualification. Algeria qualifies for 2026 World Cup with 3-0 win over Somalia. Mohamed Amoura scored twice as Algeria beat Somalia 3-0 on Thursday to become the fourth qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup from Africa after Morocco, Tunisia, and Egypt, respectively. The Wolfsburg striker volleyed a Ryan Matic cross into the net in the 6th minute when the former Manchester City winger slammed a loose ball into the net midway through the opening half. Massad Stone, creator again on the 57th minute, setting up Amoura to snatch the lead to 3 goals ahead. Coach Valdeman, convinced that the qualification was assured, then substituted both scorers. It was a predictable outcome in the western port city. Oran at the Desert Forest are 163 place above the Ocean Stars in the world ranking. Algeria have 22 points in Group G with 1 round remaining, 4 more. Then second place Uganda, Mozambique lies third, followed by Guinea-Bissau, Guinea and Botswana, and as well as Somalia. Lucas Zidane, a son of French football legend Zinedine Zidane, had dominated the pre-match build-up, having changed his senior international alliance to Algeria. A goalkeeper with Spanish second-tier club Granada, Lucas Zidane represented France at youth levels, but was also to make a switch because his paternal grandparents were Algerian. All of them are Africans. They are all Africans, like from Cameroon, Mali, Nigeria. All of them are all Africans. So that are playing in most of these European clubs. So welcome home, Lucas Zidane. So looking at it now, Egypt qualified, Morocco qualified, Tunisia qualified, and now Algeria has joined. Who is next, please, Super Eagles? Do us proud, play well, and then win this next 2 matchups. They are very, very crucial. Let's see how that pans out. So moving on, we'll talk quickly basketball. As you all know, NBA preseason games are ongoing, and we saw Hornets and OKC Thunders facing off yesterday. So we're bringing you that highlights, and afterwards we'll be